Antarctica, the icy continent at the bottom of our world, is known for its vast white landscapes. This remote and desolate place, often referred to as the last great wilderness, is a land of superlatives. It is the coldest, windiest, and driest continent on Earth. The sheer scale of its ice sheets and the stark beauty of its frozen expanses have long fascinated scientists and adventurers alike. It is a place of extremes, where life clings to existence in the face of freezing temperatures and relentless winds. The wildlife here, such as the resilient penguins and seals, have adapted to survive in one of the harshest environments on the planet. These animals endure months of darkness during the winter and thrive in the brief, intense summer months when the sun never sets. But something unexpected is happening in this land of ice and snow. Antarctica is turning green. This transformation is not just a fleeting occurrence but a significant change that has caught the attention of the scientific community. The once predominantly white landscape is now dotted with patches of green, signaling a shift in the continent's ecological balance. For years, scientists have observed an increase in plant life across the continent. This greening is primarily due to the proliferation of mosses and lichens, which are among the few plant species capable of surviving in such extreme conditions. These hardy organisms are now spreading at an unprecedented rate, altering the visual and ecological fabric of Antarctica. Mosses and lichens, hardy organisms that can survive in extreme conditions, are spreading at an unprecedented rate. These plants are not only surviving but thriving, taking advantage of the slightly warmer temperatures and increased moisture levels brought about by climate change. Their growth is a clear indicator of the changing environmental conditions in Antarctica. This phenomenon, known as Antarctic greening, is a stark reminder of the far-reaching impacts of climate change. The melting ice and the subsequent rise in sea levels are just one aspect of this complex issue. The greening of Antarctica highlights the interconnectedness of global ecosystems and the cascading effects of climate change on even the most remote parts of our planet. It is a call to action, urging us to understand and address the challenges facing this fragile ecosystem. The changes we are witnessing in Antarctica are a microcosm of the broader environmental shifts occurring worldwide. Scientists are working tirelessly to study these changes, hoping to develop strategies to mitigate the impacts of climate change and preserve the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems. The greening of Antarctica is not just a local phenomenon, it is a visible manifestation of the global climate crisis. The changes in Antarctica are a bellwether for the health of our planet, providing crucial data that can help us understand the broader implications of climate change. It has implications for the entire planet. The data collected from Antarctica can inform climate models and help predict future changes in other parts of the world. The greening of this icy continent serves as a stark reminder that no place on Earth is immune to the effects of climate change. As we delve deeper into this phenomenon, we will uncover the intricate connections between climate change, ecosystem dynamics, and the future of our planet. The story of Antarctica's transformation is a powerful testament to the urgency of addressing climate change. It challenges us to rethink our relationship with the natural world and to take meaningful action to protect our planet for future generations. Scientists have been closely monitoring Antarctica's transformation over the past 2 decades. This period has been marked by significant environmental changes that have caught the attention of researchers worldwide. The icy continent, once thought to be impervious to the effects of climate change, is now showing clear signs of transformation. These changes are not just limited to temperature variations, but extend to the very fabric of its ecosystems. From 2000 to 2020, research data revealed a clear trend of warming temperatures, increased precipitation, and a decline in sea ice, all contributing to the continent's greening. The data collected over these years paints a stark picture of a rapidly changing environment. The increase in temperatures has been consistent, with each year setting new records. This warming has led to more precipitation in the form of rain rather than snow, which further accelerates the melting of ice caps. The decline in sea ice is particularly concerning as it affects global sea levels and marine life. Temperatures in Antarctica have risen by an average of 0.5 degrees Celsius per decade over the past 50 years. This seemingly small increase has profound implications for the region. The rise in temperature is not uniform across the continent. Some areas are warming faster than others. This uneven warming has led to a variety of environmental impacts, from the melting of ice sheets to changes in local weather patterns. The data visualization of temperature changes over time provides a clear and compelling picture of this trend. This warming trend is most pronounced on the Antarctic Peninsula, which has experienced some of the most rapid warming on Earth. The Antarctic Peninsula serves as a critical indicator of broader climate trends. Scientists conducting field research in this region have observed firsthand the dramatic changes taking place. The rapid warming has led to the retreat of glaciers and the collapse of ice shelves, which in turn affects global sea levels. The animation showing rapid warming in specific regions highlights the areas most affected by these changes. This warming trend, coupled with changes in precipitation patterns, has created conditions favorable for plant growth. The greening of Antarctica is a phenomenon that has surprised many scientists. Mosses and lichens, which are typically found in more temperate regions, are now taking root in the thawing ground. This shift in vegetation is not just a curiosity, it has significant implications for the local ecosystem. The presence of plants can alter the soil composition and affect the types of organisms that can live there. As temperatures rise, previously frozen ground thaws, making it more hospitable for mosses and lichens to take root and spread. The time-lapse footage of moss and lichen growth provides a visual representation of this change. The thawing soil, once a barren and inhospitable environment, is now teeming with life. Biologists studying this vegetation are uncovering new insights into how these plants adapt to extreme conditions. The spread of mosses and lichens is a clear indicator of the broader environmental changes taking place. This change in vegetation cover has significant implications for the delicate balance of Antarctic ecosystems. The introduction of new plant species can disrupt existing food chains and alter the habitat for native wildlife. Scientists are closely monitoring these changes to understand their long-term impact. The footage of diverse Antarctic ecosystems showcases the rich biodiversity of the region. The balance of these ecosystems is delicate, and even small changes can have cascading effects. The ongoing research aims to provide a clearer picture of how these changes will unfold in the coming decades. Command. Currently the VO is 440 words long. The primary driver behind Antarctica's greening is climate change. As human activities release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, global temperatures rise, and Antarctica feels the heat more acutely than other regions. These rising temperatures have a cascading effect on Antarctica's climate system. Warmer air holds more moisture, leading to increased precipitation in some parts of the continent. This increased precipitation, often falling as rain rather than snow, further accelerates the melting of glaciers and ice sheets, contributing to rising sea levels. Furthermore, the shrinking sea ice cover around Antarctica has a profound impact on the continent's reflectivity. White ice reflects sunlight back into space, but as the ice melts, darker ocean water absorbs more heat, further amplifying the warming effect. This feedback loop contributes to the accelerated warming observed in Antarctica. The greening of Antarctica is not just about plants. It's a sign of profound changes taking place in one of the most remote and extreme environments on Earth. As temperatures rise, the ice that has long defined this frozen continent is retreating, revealing patches of land where life is beginning to take hold. This transformation is causing a ripple effect throughout the entire ecosystem. The appearance of green mosses and lichens is just the beginning. These hardy pioneers are the first to colonize the newly exposed ground, setting the stage for a cascade of ecological changes. As mosses and lichens spread, they create new habitats and food sources for a variety of organisms. These simple plants are incredibly resilient, able to survive in harsh conditions where few other forms of life can. Their presence marks the start of a new chapter in the story of Antarctic life. Small invertebrates such as mites and springtails thrive in these newly vegetated areas. These tiny creatures play a crucial role in the ecosystem, breaking down organic matter and recycling nutrients. Their activities help to enrich the soil, making it more hospitable for other plants and animals. These creatures in turn attract birds and other wildlife, altering the delicate balance of the food web. Birds come to feed on the invertebrates, and their presence brings even more complexity to the ecosystem. The interactions between these different species create a dynamic and ever-changing environment. The introduction of new plant species carried by wind or ocean currents can also have unintended consequences for the existing flora and fauna. These new arrivals can compete with native species for resources, potentially disrupting the established ecological balance. The arrival of new plants can also bring new diseases or pests, further complicating the situation. The changing environment also impacts the ocean surrounding Antarctica. The melting glaciers and ice sheets are not just a terrestrial phenomenon, they have profound effects on the marine ecosystem as well. The influx of fresh water from melting ice alters the physical and chemical properties of the ocean. Increased freshwater runoff from melting glaciers and ice sheets alters the salinity of the water, affecting marine life. Many marine organisms are highly sensitive to changes in salinity, and even small shifts can have significant impacts on their survival and reproduction. The altered salinity can also affect the distribution of nutrients in the water, influencing the entire marine food web. These changes in ocean chemistry can have far-reaching consequences for global ocean currents and marine ecosystems worldwide. The Antarctic plays a crucial role in driving global ocean circulation, and any changes here can ripple out to affect climates and ecosystems around the world. The interconnectedness of our planet means that what happens in Antarctica does not stay in Antarctica. It has implications for all of us.